À l'occasion de la sortie d'Arcania Gothic 4 dans quelques jours, nous sommes allés rencontrer le producteur, Reportage, qui a bien voulu nous donner un peu plus de détails concernant le prochain titre de Joe Wood, à commencer par l'histoire.
So the story of Arcania Gothic 4, it's a new part of the Gothic story. So you don't play anymore the main hero of the previous Gothic games. You start with a new hero. He's an ordinary man and he's not into going on adventures. And the story takes place 10 years after Gothic 3. So the old hero of the Gothic series is now the king of the kingdom of Murtana. That's how the whole world is called. And he wants to reunite and bring peace to the whole kingdom. Because there was a big war going on between humans and orcs. So he decides to give something good to the world after he won the war against the orcs. And therefore he travels with his warships to the so-called Southern Islands. They're a little bit remote from the actual mainland of the kingdom. And there he's trying to bring peace to them, but since the inhabitants are not willing to follow their orders, he's actually not bringing real peace to them, and so that's how everything started.
Avec Arcania, c'est la première fois qu'un volet de la série des Gothic se voit porté sur console. Une initiative qui comporte tout de même son lot de challenges, comme nous l'explique Reinhard.
So, of course, it's some kind of challenge it was a challenge for us. Since we had to adopt our style of game to the console, that it can be played with a controller and make it not that complex anymore. But we considered that from the scratch, in the game designs and also in terms of the interface and control designs. And I'm also a little bit proud of our technical foundation, since it's able to render very beautiful looking landscapes and objects and with cool effects, and it's looking basically on PC and X360 the same, which is very, very cool, I think.
Les principaux reproches que l'on pouvait faire à Gothic 3 relevaient principalement du domaine technique. Les bugs et autres glitches étaient effectivement nombreux et sabotaient une partie de l'aventure. Un point sur lequel les développeurs se sont particulièrement mobilisés pour Arcania.
In Arcania Gothic 4, we had from the start a focus on quality. So we wanted to deliver a game that has no major glitches. Like a year ago, we decided to dispatch a team of 4 to 6 of our testers to the developer, so that we can actually ensure that the game is running smooth and that there are no major glitches. And so the developers have their own QA, we had the on-site team, we have our own quality assurance department who are doing constantly the tests. And for the X360 version, we're a special quality assurance provider who is specialized doing console tests. So we think we can deliver good quality on all platforms. In the end, we also have to pass we need to get Microsoft's okay on the game. So we think we really have quality-wise a good game that is free of major glitches and working pretty well.
Si l'on sent clairement la volonté de proposer une aventure nouvelle et originale en termes d'histoire, les équipes de Spellbound Entertainment reprennent toutefois quelques éléments de game system qui ont déjà fait leur preuve autre part.
The combat system of Arcania Gothic 4 is, compared to previous Gothic base, a little bit simpler. So and fast-paced. So in Gothic 3 it was very, it was very slow and there wasn't a good pace. So we decided to make it more action-based. So we have on one side we've implemented the roll await feature. So each time you can just say I want to evade an attack and just roll away, and that way it's easier to gear up for your own attacks and strike back and at the right time, because very important to the combat system is actually the AI of the enemy, since they are reacting to what you do, And they also have, depending on the level of difficulty, of course, they use different variations and do the attacks faster or not so fast. And you have, I always say you have to study your enemy, what attacks he has, in which situation he uses what, and that way you can decide how to strike back. And we also, from the core system of the character development, we made the system that you can skill a lot of different types of attacks at the same time, like you can be a mage and a fighter at the same time, which gives you the possibility to even broaden your fighting strategies, so you can freely decide when an enemy, when you are fighting with fireballs as a mage and the enemy comes up to you, I can just take my weapon and also be competitive in terms of that. So yeah, it's all about, the fighting system is the core mechanic of an RPG game, and we really wanted to make it on one hand simple, still challenging, of course depending on the level of difficulty, and just entertaining. And we think we've got all that with what we have.
À l'instar de pas mal de titres empruntant la voie Heroic Fantasy, Arcania Gothic 4 est doté d'un système de craft qui permettra aux joueurs de mieux aborder ce monde plutôt hostile.
So when you explore the world, you'll find hidden places or chests or some pickup items, just like plants or whatever, which you can use for crafting. Or even when you kill creatures like a wolf, you get some meat, you can use it for cooking. That's also part of the crafting system. And before you do crafting, you need to find a recipe, which is the plan of how to do crafting. And then you need to find the ingredients, which are how the actual item you craft is made of. And then you can craft the actual item.
Il est assez difficile de s'imposer dans un genre profondément marqué par des séries comme The Elder Scrolls ou encore Fable. Arcania a-t-il ses chances au milieu de tous ces poids lourds?
Well, so the competition is of course there, but I think the main motivation is also that a lot of players are longing for good RPG games. And so we have, on the other hand, we have a fan base of Gothic players that we just enlarged the role of Gothic with Arcania. And so I think there are a lot of players who will like this game, and it's not that unknown. It's not a newcomer. It's Gothic 4, and of course it's hard in a way that you have to compete against big titles like Fable, which is some kind of mass market RPG. But we tried to distinct our game a little bit from that and offer something differently and focus on other elements. And you'll see that in terms of the atmosphere, the story and the world feeling, everything a little bit different than in those games, and it has a special feeling, and that's all about it. And it's a cool, entertaining storyline, so which hopefully a lot of players will like. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it will be doing good.
On l'espère nous aussi, et on profite pour rappeler qu'Arcania Gothic 4 sortira d'ici quelques jours sur PC et Xbox 360 et courant 2011 sur PlayStation 3.
Are you the warrior of fate? Arcania Gothic 4.